Today I'm going to show you how to fix a time card that hasn't posted yet, so that means that the supervisor hasn't approved it. And when it's in that status, a technician can easily adjust their own time card. So I created a time card in test. You'll notice this is test because it has a yellow bar at the top for John Petro. So I'm going to go to time and attendance. And there's a couple of things you can do. You can search for the time card based off of shop. You could enter John's name. Or if you need the transaction number, you could enter the transaction number. And most of the time when people come to me and ask for time card adjustment, they either know the work date or the transaction number. So that helps me quite a bit. If they don't know their transaction number, I can very easily find it by just entering shop and work date. And a really short list comes up. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to enter the time card. And you'll notice that the transaction comes right up for today, and you can see that the status is not posted. So go ahead and click on the transaction number, and you'll see that I have John Petro's time card with 3 line items that he worked on for the day. One is actually a job that he did, the rest of it's lead time, and then I also factored in his breaks. So there's several things you can do. You could just delete this time card and completely start over if you didn't want it, and I think that supervisors and work control and probably leads and coordinators can delete time cards. I don't think that technicians can, but if you can get it deleted, then you could just completely start over. But it has to be in the not posted status. Once it's posted, then you have to follow the time card adjustment process. So go ahead and we'll select edit. You'll notice here that I could change the work date, say that he really meant this to be for yesterday. So I can do that there. There's also some other options. You can go ahead and you can delete items by just clicking this and hitting remove. You'll notice that took him down to 7 hours. So you could add in another work order number if you had it, or you can take one of these and adjust it up. And you'll notice that it adjusted up to 8 hours. If you wanted to add another phase, I'll just grab this work order number right here. You would click on add, and it allows you to go in and add another line item. So this is the administrative work order. So maybe I could say that he ended up going home sick. So I would pick the sick phase, and I could do 2 hours. It's a good idea when you've done a time card adjustment to put a note in here. And you'll notice that that shows up. So he's got 10 hours, so that's too many. So we could go back in here to the lead time phase and take off 2 hours. So we'll lower this down to 5.5. And that gets him back to his 8 hours. So what we did is we deleted a line item. You'll notice that line item 1 is gone now. We added sick time because he ended up going home sick. And then we adjusted down the admin time. And that's how you do a time card adjustment.